Ultralight backpacking, the Zpacks Zero backpack. Let's take a look at the way that I had this backpack built for my needs. Hey everybody, it's Rob here with Backpacking Adventures. I've got a Zpacks Zero, size small, backpack that weighs less than 10 ounces that has been customized with a back mesh pocket, a long tarp pocket on the side that's mesh, a Cuban fiber pocket on the side for my cook kit, load lifters, haul straps, roll top closure, extra belts, ability to put your sleeping bag back there. I had this thing built by Zpacks specifically for the way that I like to carry my gear, how I like to load it up, under 10 ounces. The Zpacks Zero backpack comes in a small, a medium, and a large. Small's at 27.5 liters, medium's at 36 liters, and the large is at 44 liters. This one is the small, 27.5 liter backpack. The 27.5 liters, that's only the main compartment down in the middle. That doesn't include any accessories or side pouches or back pouches or any mesh that you add on. That's just the middle of the pack, 27.5 liters. But my style, I like one big opening, which is what this has, and I can just go ahead and cram and ram and stack all my gear on the inside. One big main compartment that goes all the way down. This is the bottom of the pack. You can see the stitching. There are two different types of Cuban fiber you can have this made out of. The regular Cuban fiber, which is 1.43 ounces per square yard, and that comes in an olive drab, and a white. Or you can get it in a 2.92 ounce per square yard Cuban hybrid material, which this one is, and that comes in a green, a black, or the gray. I went with the gray, with black pockets. Gray pack, black pockets. One of the things I really like is there's a 2.5 inch wide by 3/8 of an inch thick shoulder strap, and it has daisy chains all the way along. The daisy chain that goes all the way down the shoulder straps, that comes standard, as well as the sternum strap. Every backpack that's a Zero gets daisy chains and a sternum strap. You can see here, this is my water bottle holder, shock cord, just knotted on there onto the daisy chain. I really like the fact that you can customize the build and the design of this pack. I had this thing custom built specifically for my packing style. I'm going to show you a little bit about how I had it built. I started by opting for the big back mesh panel. I'm going to start on the back here. This is a big mesh pocket that you can cram stuff down in, very similar to the packing style from the ULA Ohm and Circuit and the ULA packs. I'm able to cram down in here my water filter kit. I can keep my hygiene kit, my first aid kit, extra clothes if I want. There's a tremendous amount of room on the back. The next way I had my Zero Zpacks customized was this Cuban fiber side pocket. And that is for my cook kit. Again, my packing style, I really like being able to have my cook kit on the outside. There's elastic here. It's a very nice size pocket. You saw how easily my Toaks-based titanium cook kit fit in there. I'll put a link down here at the bottom on this cook kit. I do have a video on this cook kit. But my cook kit, my alcohol, and my spoon can all fit into this one side pocket. Again, I went with a different color Cuban fiber, the gray on the outside, the black on this side. The next customized accessory that I had put onto my Zpacks backpack was this side pocket for my hammock gear Cuban fiber tarp. When I first had this pack built, I had two black side pockets like the one where I had my cook kit in. After my first trip, I realized that I was going to have a hard time getting my Cuban fiber tarp into that side pocket the way I wanted it. Absolutely like it, with one exception. on this side where I put my tarp, I'm going to see if I can send it back to Joe and have him take what is a Cuban fiber pocket and turn it into a long mesh sleeve. I contacted the team down at Zpacks, explained to them what I wanted to have done. I took my Cuban fiber tarp, compressed it into this size, took some pictures, took some measurements, sent it down to the team, and they built this mesh sleeve. And as you can see, it rides up almost the length of my backpack. There's plenty of room for my tarp, and I'm able to get it back out. I really like having this built specifically for my Cuban fiber tarp. I'll throw the Cuban fiber tarp into my snake skins with all the rigging and put it down into the backpack. Right now I don't have it into the snake skins just because I've been storing it for the winter. So we've got side pocket built specifically for my cook kit, a mesh pocket in the back, and now we've got a custom mesh pocket built specifically for my tarp. The customization doesn't stop there. There's more customization. Let's take a look. Now that we've covered all the additional customized storage that I added to my Zero pack, let me talk to you about some ways that I've added for convenience and usability. One of the things that I added right here was just a simple haul loop. This added, less than 1/2 ounce to the entire pack. You can add those on. They're $2 or $3 to have added on, but it's just a nice place to be able to grab it and pick your pack up and move it around. These little loops are for the sleeping pad and the shock cord that holds the sleeping pad. I added those on. I can slide my sleeping pad right up and in and hold that there. Again, that was about an $8 accessory, and you can see all the prices. Maybe they've changed. I've had this for about 8 months now. But I added that on. I can slide my sleeping pad in there. Provides a little bit of ventilation, a little bit of separation from my back against the Cuban. Load lifters. I added 2 load lifters onto my pack as well. The load lifters cost me $8, and I added those on. I've always had packs with load lifters, and I stayed with it, knowing what I know now for a 9-pound base weight, which is what I carry in this pack. I probably would not have gone with load lifters. I do have them. They didn't add that much weight. They were 0.2 ounces or something like that each. So again, under 1/2 ounce of added weight onto the Zero backpack, but that was another add-on that I chose. On the inside of the pack were the shoulder straps, the load lifters, and the haul strap attached. You can see there's an additional piece of reinforcing that they add in there. I added the Velcro rolled top closure as an accessory as well. The reason I went with the roll top closure as opposed to the drawstring closure is Cuban fiber is a very water resistant material, although because I chose not to have this seam sealed, this is not a waterproof backpack. But my thought is with the roll top closure as opposed to the drawstring closure that it comes standard with, I've reduced the amount of locations that water could come in. I added the roll top closure on for an additional $5. Came with the 2 buckles, as well as the Velcro on both sides. Hello. The last accessory that I added on was the removable hip belt. Some 1-inch webbing with some adjustable straps that you can remove it. Again, just the plastic lock closure. This was not so much to transfer weight down to your hips like in a traditional backpack. This was more for me. I did it for 2 reasons. Number 1, I wanted a place to store my camera. I really like having my camera accessible in my little pouch. on my hip belt. And number two is it prevented the bottom of the pack. I was hoping that it was going to prevent the bottom of the pack from bouncing around and moving around quite a bit. So it worked out really well being able to strap my camera onto my hip belt. I like that, makes it real convenient. As far as keeping the bottom of the pack from bouncing around, I didn't really need it. There's just not enough stuff in that backpack that needs to be prevented from bouncing around. You know, the base weight's so low that it just didn't move as much anyways. They are removable. If I find a different location to store my camera, I might end up changing it on, changing those out and taking those off. But for now, I think I'm going to leave it. Now that I've shared what this backpack is, let me explain one thing that it isn't. This backpack is not bulletproof. It's durable, and I believe that it's going to service me for a good long time, but you have to have a little bit different mentality when you're backpacking with a Cuben fiber backpack. Cuben fiber itself is not the most incredibly durable, puncture-resistant material that there is. You just have to take a little bit of extra care and a little bit of extra thought, set it down in areas where you know there's not sticks and stones and sharp objects, and just take care of it. Is it super light? Yes. Did Zpacks build this and customize it specifically for my packing needs and my style? Absolutely. Is this the most durable backpack that I own? No. My ULA Ohm, I feel that thing is bomb-proof. This, not so much, although I still love it. It allows me to get out on that really super ultralight trip where my base load is going to be around 9 pounds or just under, including my filming gear. All right, guys, thanks so much. I hope this was interesting. Hope this helped you out. Go on the website, check out Zpacks. You can customize this thing a million different ways. I'll see you guys out in the trail. Take care.